Facts First presents Scientists expose the most critical factors that deeply impact a child's character. Children don't come with a guidebook to tell you how to raise them. Sure, there are millions of books out there on child rearing, but every kid is different, and every book is different. What works great for one person isn't going to work for another. There are a few rules, however, that can be effective if followed. Scientists expose the most critical factors that deeply impact a child's character. Yell less. Discipline is essential, however, yelling isn't going to help. Flying off the handle each time your child does something wrong won't fix the situation. Instead, use the mistake as a teaching moment. It's much more useful than yelling. Pay attention. When your child is speaking to you, it's crucial that you pay attention. If you allow yourself to get distracted while they're talking, their self-esteem and communication skills are going to deteriorate. When your child is talking, put your cell phone down and listen. Limit screen time. People of all ages invest way too much time into their gadgets. It's important that you limit your child's screen time so that they can enjoy the real world once in a while. Ask about their day at school. You should always ask your child how their day at school was. These conversations will let your child know that education is important and it'll help them retain the things that they learned that day. Plus, it helps with those communication skills. Visit museums. Your child's learning experience doesn't need to be limited to the school day. Taking your child to the museum lets them see that learning can actually be fun. There are plenty of museums designed just for kids, and that makes it a wonderful experience. It's also a great way to spend time with your kids while they explore and learn. It's a win-win. Eat as a family. Since families live such busy lives today, it can be hard to get everybody together for dinner. However, it is essential that you try and make it a ritual at least a few times a week. Experts agree that families who eat dinner together tend to be more tight-knit. Also, eating together keeps the family's line of communication open. Make time for your relationship. While spending time with your kids is essential, you also need to make time for your relationship. If things aren't good in your relationship, your children are going to sense it, and they're going to begin to feel scared and insecure. The relationship with your significant other is essential to your children just as it is to you. Let your kids make their own choices. Being a helicopter parent can actually be harmful to your children. Rather than micromanaging every aspect of your kids' lives, give them a chance to make their own decision. If you give them the options and let them make their own choices, it'll boost their self-esteem and decision-making skills. Promote independence. You might want to help your child with every little task, but sometimes that's actually hindering rather than helping. If you back off a bit and let your child do things on their own, they're going to be more self-reliant when they get older. Get a pet. Pets might be an added responsibility, but adopting one could be great for your child. Not only will they learn responsibility when caring for that pet, they'll also have a friend and a loyal companion. Encourage a summer job. If your child's old enough, encourage them to get a job during the summer. It doesn't have to be anything significant. They could babysit or get a paper route. Making money will help your child understand the worth of a dollar, and they'll learn to spend responsibly. Make outdoor time a priority. It's important your kids spend time outdoors. The fresh air will do them good, and it'll keep them away from their gadgets for a while. You can start a garden with your child, help them make a fort, or just let them run around the yard. Fresh air and exercise are essential. Travel with your kids. If you have the money to travel, take your kids with you. Giving them the opportunity to see the world will open their eyes to its wonders. These trips are things that your children will remember for the rest of their lives. Make them eat their veggies. When your kids are growing, they need nutrients. Kids might love their snacks, but you also have to make sure that they're eating their veggies. Rather than handing your child a bag of sticks, give them some carrot sticks with veggie dip instead. Set realistic expectations. Parents want their kids to be the best at everything. I know, but that can do more harm than good. You need to have faith in your children, but make sure that your expectations are realistic. And also give them permission to fail. That's often a greater lesson learned than winning. Let them make friends. Family time is important, but you need to give them a chance to make friends, too. Friendships will help your child build their social skills. Also, the friends that they make during childhood could end up being lifelong friendships. Assign chores. Giving your children chores will teach them responsibility. You don't need to have them handle all of the household chores, but giving each child a task will pay off in the future. Don't worry too much about homework. Studies have shown that the majority of homework assigned by teachers doesn't help your child learn. It's just busy work. If your child asks for help with homework, you should lend a hand. Also, don't expect your child to stay up 2 hours past their bedtime just to get the homework done. Read. It's important you have your child read regularly. Make sure that there are plenty of books to read in the home, and set aside a short period of time just for reading. If your child's not old enough to read yet, then you should read to them. How many of these things do you already do with your kids? Tell us in the comments. And what areas do you need to improve on? Also, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos.